The Miami Dolphins are staring down a season-defining moment on Monday night as they face the New York Jets. Both teams enter this matchup at 0-3, fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive. For Miami, this is as close to a must-win as it gets. Falling to 0-4 would make the climb nearly impossible, but a victory could spark the turnaround they desperately need. The Jets, meanwhile, are dealing with serious setbacks. Their quarterback situation is up in the air, and several key defenders are battling injuries, cracks that Miami must take advantage of if they want to flip the script on their season. The spotlight is firmly on the quarterback position. Justin Fields, who suffered a concussion back in Week 2 against Buffalo, was forced out of that game and missed last Sunday's matchup with Tampa Bay. Now, heading into Monday night, his status is still uncertain. Fields remains in concussion protocol, and while the extra day before kickoff could help his recovery, he has yet to practice. The next few days will be critical in determining whether he can suit up under the lights or if the Jets will be forced to adjust once again. One thing is clear, Monday night isn't just another game. It's a battle for survival, and the winner walks away with their season still alive. As of Wednesday, Justin Fields' availability is still in doubt, and that opens up an interesting debate for Dolphins fans. Who would you rather see under center for the Jets? Fields and Tyrod Taylor have both seen action through 3 games, with nearly equal snaps thanks to Fields' injury. Each has accounted for 3 total touchdowns so far, but their styles couldn't be more different. Taylor is the more polished passer, accurate, poised in the pocket, and capable of moving the chains with his arm. Fields, on the other hand, brings an entirely different dimension. His athleticism makes him a nightmare outside the pocket, whether on designed runs or scrambles. He can hurt defenses with both his legs and his arm in ways Taylor simply can't match. From Miami's perspective, facing Taylor might actually be the preferable matchup, with the defense still trying to find its rhythm. Limiting the challenge to a more traditional pocket passer could be easier than containing the explosive dual-threat abilities of Fields. Even if Fields clears protocol, there's a chance the Jets limit his rushing attempts to protect him. But even then, his presence alone adds a level of unpredictability that's tough to prepare for. The last time Miami faced Justin Fields, back when he was with the Chicago Bears, he torched them for nearly 300 total yards and 4 touchdowns, including an incredible 180 yards on the ground. That memory alone is enough to remind the Dolphins of just how dangerous Fields can be when healthy. That's why, given the choice, many fans would probably prefer to see Tyrod Taylor under center. The reality is that both Fields and Taylor fall in the bottom tier of NFL starters right now, and neither has shown the consistency of the league's top quarterbacks. This isn't a matchup against the likes of Josh Allen, Daniel Jones, or Drake May, all playing at a top 15 level this season. On paper, Miami should have the upper hand against either of the Jets' options. But the quarterback situation isn't the Jets' only concern. Their defense has also taken some major hits. Linebacker Quincy Williams, one of their most impactful players, has been placed on injured reserve with a shoulder injury, sidelining him for at least 4 games. That rules him out for this week and beyond, though he could be back by the time Miami and New York meet again in Week 14. Williams has been a high-energy presence next to C.J. Mosley, known for his strong run defense and relentless motor. With 15 tackles and 1.5 sacks already this season, losing him is a serious blow to New York's front 7. Quincy Williams brought physicality to that Jets defense. While he wasn't always the most reliable tackler in space, his strength was clear. A downhill linebacker who excelled against the run and could disrupt plays by blitzing through the line. Losing him means New York will have to rely on their 3rd and 4th string linebackers, which could create opportunities for Miami's offense. For the Dolphins, that's a huge advantage. With the Jets forced to dig deep into their depth chart, Miami should look to establish the run early and test this weakened front 7. A strong ground game could open up the play-action attack and give Tua Tagovailoa and the passing offense the balance they've been searching for. The Jets' linebacker issues don't stop with Quincy Williams. They also lost Marcelino McCrary-Ball to injured reserve. While not as big of a name, he was a crucial piece of their rotation, a steady tackler who also served as a captain on special teams. Through the first 3 weeks, he had 17 tackles and even forced a fumble, proving he was more than just a depth guy. Now, with both Williams and McCrary-Ball sidelined, New York is being forced to dig deep into their roster. That means fourth stringers stepping into starting roles next to C.J. Mosley. As of now, Kiko Mauagoa projects as the next man up, with rookie Cam Jones sliding into the rotation after being elevated from the practice squad. For the Dolphins, this matchup screams opportunity. Miami can attack the middle of the field, test these inexperienced linebackers in coverage, and lean on the run game to force mismatches. The Jets' depth is being stretched thin, and this is exactly the type of weakness Miami needs to exploit if they want to take control of Monday night. C.J. Mosley remains a steady veteran presence for New York, but age has slowed him down just enough to make him vulnerable against speedy backs and receivers in space. That's an area Miami must attack. The formula is simple. Run the ball straight at the middle of this defense, then open up the short and intermediate passing game to exploit the Jets' shaky linebacker depth. And when you look at the bigger picture, the Jets' defense hasn't exactly been a brick wall this season. Statistically, they've been one of the worst units in the league, bottom 5 in points allowed, bottom 10 in yards surrendered, and struggling in both EPA per pass and rush. Through 3 weeks, they've been exposed repeatedly, giving up big plays to offenses that aren't exactly elite. Even the Steelers lit them up for 34 points in the opener, and that's an offense most defenses have had no trouble shutting down. This is where Miami has to take control. Yes, the Dolphins' defense has been just as shaky, but this matchup sets the stage for their offense to finally dictate a game. With the Jets beaten up on defense and uncertain at quarterback, Monday night feels like the Dolphins' moment to flip their season around. When you look at how this Jets defense has performed, it's hard to believe they'll be able to slow Miami down. Even with a relatively healthy unit in Week 1, they gave up 34 points to a Steelers offense that's been one of the league's weakest. Now, without key linebackers and with cracks showing everywhere, the door is wide open for the Dolphins offense to control this game. Miami has already shown they can put points on the board, 27 against the Patriots, 21 against Buffalo despite costly turnovers, and flashes of rhythm that prove they're capable of more. Against a bottom 5 Jets defense, the expectation should be clear. This team has to put up points, and plenty of them. I'd expect the Dolphins to score somewhere in the high 20s to low 30s, while the Jets may find ways to answer, but likely fall just short. Both defenses have been shaky, so fans should brace for a high-scoring matchup under the Monday night lights. This isn't just another regular season game. For Miami, it's about survival. Win here, and hope stays alive. Lose, and the hill becomes almost impossible to climb.